Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day and I'm recording once again and I'm going to be reviewing Black Adam and I'm going to try to keep this video as short as possible. So the question is this movie as bad as everyone says it is? And you know what, I'm going to keep it really short. No. You know what? Over. This video is over, you can go now. I'm just kidding. Let's sit and talk about it for like 10 minutes. Or you know what, 7 minutes or 5 minutes if I can keep it that short. So the first thing that I want to talk about is the main criticism that this movie received, and the main criticisms that this movie did receive was that it didn't really innovate or did anything new, and that the main character kind of lacks any motivation. And while I completely agree with those criticisms that this movie absolutely didn't do anything new, and the character did say sort of felt like a blank of wood, and they didn't really seem to have any stronger motivation. But I think this is what this character is all about. This character is all about trying to find out whether he is a hero he's meant to be, whether he's a champion, because I don't think he feels like he's a champion, because his son was chosen to be a champion, not him. So he's always like, I think he has an inner conflict with himself, that he's trying to find out whether he's a hero or he just makes things bad for everyone around him. And the other criticism was that this movie didn't do anything new. Well, I can say a lot of movies don't do anything new, and I don't think that every other movie has to be really revolutionary to be considered good. And a lot of reviews that I watched, they said that this movie is good, but it didn't do anything new. The plot wasn't great, or so and so forth. And I agree with them. I'm not saying this movie is the best thing ever, but I am saying this, that this movie is definitely worth watching. There's a lot of action in this movie, and there are flaws in this movie, and we are definitely going to talk about that. So now that I've addressed the main kind of issues that people had with this movie, I kind of want to talk about what I liked about this movie. And I think the thing that I liked about this movie was that there was constant action in this movie. Like, you cannot sit for like 5 minutes without there being another action scene. And it's like from the beginning of this movie till this movie finishes, there's like constant action going on, and I love that. And I think people like me who have a shorter attention span, they will definitely love this movie, because I watched this entire movie in one go, and that is very rare for me, because it takes me a long time to finish movies. And I loved watching this movie. It definitely had a lot of action, and I was definitely glued to the screen, and time really did fly by. And I definitely enjoyed my time watching this movie. And the other thing that I liked about this movie was that it introduced a lot of new characters. It introduced Hawkman and Dr. Fate, which were kind of the highlight of the movie. And it also introduced, dare I say, Deadpool. Yes, they introduced Atom Smasher, that's his name, but I'm just going to call him Deadpool because that's what he is. He's Deadpool. Like, they were so lazy with his costume. Like, everyone saw his costume probably, and they knew it looked exactly like Deadpool, and they were like, nah, it'll be fine. And the other character was Cyclone, and a lot of people said that the Atom Smasher, no, let me correct myself, that Deadpool and Cyclone didn't really do too much in the movie, but I digress. I think both of those characters kind of brought some charm to this movie, even though they didn't really had anything too much to do in the entire movie. I still kind of like their relationship, and I'm looking forward to what they do in the future movies. But you know what, that's a really hopeful thing to say when you're watching the Warner Brothers movie, because there will probably never be another Black Adam movie, and if there is, it's probably 10 years later, and it's announced, and then they will cancel it later, just like they did with Superman. And yeah, I did like the two characters of Deadpool and Cyclone. And obviously the bigger two characters that they introduced was Hawkman and Dr. Fate, and I really like those characters. There was a lot of CGI used on those two characters, a lot of, may I say, distracting CGI, but I like them nonetheless. And I also like the story. It sort of has a lot of exposition in the beginning, but I think you can sort of get past it. It doesn't last for too long, and it's very wordy. but and you can just scroll past it's not there to stay, and it's very brief and you can go past it. And yeah, the story is very gripping from the beginning till the end. There's always something going on. And the other thing that I liked about this movie that I know a lot of people are going to be angry about, and I'm going to just say it. I like the villain, and I don't care about his motivation. I don't care about his story. Yeah, I know that's like villain 101, but you know what? This is a dumb CGI villain, and he looks strong. He looks threatening. He can keep up and fight with the Black Adam, and we get to see a big CGI battle. And I know a lot of people don't like big CGI battles, but I love it. It really scratches the part of my brain that loves comic books and superhero movies. Now I want to talk about the things that even I kind of felt were really bad, and I think the beginning and the middle of this movie were really fun and action packed to watch, but towards the ending that felt a bit weird and awkward to me. And towards the ending, spoiler alert, Black Adam tells Hawkman that he's going to say the word Shazam, and that Hawkman should kill him because he doesn't deserve to be a superhero. He's feeling really sad, and then they take him to a prison. That's fine, but towards the end, Dr. Fate sort of calls out to Black Adam and tells him that that the world needs him, that Handak needs him, and that he's a superhero that everyone needs. But I don't get that. If Dr. Fate needed him in the end, why did he let himself be captured in the first place? It's really weird, and it feels really unnecessary, like Dr. Fate knew he would need him later on, but he let himself be captured. It just doesn't make sense to me, at least. And also towards the end, I just thought it was a bit cheesy when those demons, skeleton, the zombie demons, they burst out from the earth, and a normal human being just can swing a stick and they can like kill him so easily. But Adrian Thomas is standing there, and her brother comes in a car, and they start fighting, and I didn't get why they just didn't get in the car and ran away from there. Why did they just stand there and try to fight an army of evil zombie demons? That was a bit weird. Like, just run away. You have a van, get in it and run away. But all in all, I think the conclusion of this video is that I loved watching this movie, and this is not a movie that you can watch and you will regret watching it unless you have really high standards. And yeah, this movie is action packed. If you love superhero movies, you're definitely going to love this movie. And I think this is it for me. You tell me what's your opinion about this movie. Did you like this movie? Did you didn't like this movie? What part was your favorite? What part of this movie you didn't like? You let me know in the comments down below, and I'll be sure to respond to you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.